Hello, everybody, and welcome to my AEW Dynamite review or New Year Smash Night 2. Last week we had Night 1 of New Year Smash. What is going to happen this week on Night 2 of it? As we all know, last week the Bullet Club, not Bullet Club, technically returned and whatnot into AEW and everything. So, what was going to be the fallout and aftermath to that? But also a somewhat big card on this show tonight as we kicked it off. We know the announcers JR, Tony Schiavone, Excalibur. It's Wednesday, you know what that means. And we kicked it off with Eddie Kingston versus Pac. Very good match, I will say. And whatnot. I did like this. Of course, Pac was going to win regardless after he hit the Black Arrow and even put in the Brutalizer right after. I think this was like I said, it was a really good opener. Eddie Kingston, more of a brawling style you usually see in his matches. A little bit more technical against going against Pac tonight. But of course, Pac was going to get the win. Next thing you know, the Butcher and the Blade got in as Phoenix and Pentagon got in also. But as both teams were staring each other down, Lance Archer came out, basically clearing the ring, going after Kingston. He argued with Pac then, saying, "Don't get in my way" and whatnot. Before Archer left with Jake Roberts and everything. So obviously, we're going to get some type of a Lance Archer and Pac match sooner than later. I think that's going to be coming. So we'll see what happens with that. But come on, we all figured that Pac was going to beat Kingston right here, but still a good opener. Next, Miro went against Chuck Taylor. If Chuck Taylor loses, he was going to be Miro's young boy or butler. Honestly, I didn't care. The match was what it was. I don't give a crap about this storyline. I don't give a crap about anybody involved in it. I feel bad for Trent since that guy's going to be out for the next 5 months. I've already talked about Chuck Taylor before. I think he looks like shit and he's not really good in the ring. Some would say that's probably why he was wearing a shirt tonight, but I don't know, man. Come on, I didn't care. All right, it's just it was whatever. All right, I don't care about this wedding angle or now if he's his young boy for the next few months, so or until the wedding. I don't know. I just don't care of most of these people involved. Miro just needs to be on his own. Kip Sabian is not good. This whole storyline's not good. Okay, I just don't. It's bad, and now one person got hurt out of all of it. So I can't tell you that I give a shit. So, like I said, the match was what it was, and I did not care. Next, Chris Jericho and Inner Circle came out as they were talking about their New Year's resolutions and whatnot. As you know, Edgar talked about screaming championships and everything. MJF said we want to straighten the bond of the group. Ortiz that he wanted to perfect his Mara Sorfito or whatnot, and make some Aros Godless. Jericho said he wanted to become the tag team champions with MJF. So they all talk about their resolutions, but Santana said, him and Ortiz, when we were recruited, we were the premier tag team of the inner circle, which is true, okay? LAX was brought in. They're the only tag team in this group that's an actual tag team, because most of the time we see makeshift tag teams in this group, in the subgroups then. And LAX tends to lose a lot. As Sammy Guevara called Jericho a tag team slut, that you tag with everybody. You just go around tag. We were the Les Sex guys at one point. What happened to that? And Jericho, went on and said, "Hey man, we're all this and everything, but you're all featured teams in the inner circle. But how about this, man? We're gonna have a tag team contest, like a feature and whatnot. So it's gonna be Santana Ortiz, LAX, Sammy and Hager." Sammy Hager, which Jericho, oh, I get Sammy Hager. Guevara had no idea who Sammy Hager even was or what was going on. That was actually pretty funny. Sammy Hager. Sammy Hager. Sammy Hager. And I guess, MJF and Jericho then, as they all got in the group and pretty much put middle fingers up then at each other. So obviously all these people are going to face each other next week in some three-way tag match and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with there, but LAX do have a point. They are the premier tag team last time I thought in this group, but they continue to take too many L's, are barely even featured at the time. So hopefully they actually win this match. Next, they had the Dark Order interviewed. Talk about what's kind of next for the group right now. They did the Brody tribute and everything, and I guess Hangman Page joined. So listen, I'll say this. Obviously, the Dark Order has to be faces at this point. Okay, come on, after what we've seen and the whole Brody tribute, it's the only way. They're mostly like goofball heels when you think about it at this point. And I'm sure people are going to say that due to their stuff, what they did on Being the Elite show. Listen, I've said it before. I have not watched all of Being Elite, but from the clips I have seen, some of it was pretty funny and whatnot. And I guess Hangman Jordan brings them some type of star power because I guess they're looking at him as the new leader now. I'm almost surprised this thing is going to continue to keep going, because they're doing their best to get this thing over. Okay, they are doing their best. Like I said before, in the past, Brody did what he could to get the group over. You know, it's unfortunate what happened and to where we are right now. I didn't know if this group was even going to keep going, but it's still going. And I guess they want a new leader. And I guess Hangman 9 times out of 10 is going to be the leader, so I guess they're trying to make the Dark Order faces now, which it's the obvious way they're going to have to do it. So there you go. They had a video package for Team Taz and Darby and how that whole thing is going on. Kenny Omega and the Bucks, as they were talking about the Elite, were about to come out until, Don Callis, they got their own entrances and whatnot. And, they did Kenny's whole giant list thing. And, people thought it was going to be the Bucks, but Don Callis said it's going to be Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Impact Tag Team Champions. They didn't have their music out there, but they went against what was it, the Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr., Griff Garrison, and Danny Limelight. Number one, I'm surprised this match went as long as it did. They should have just had if they dominated the match, why did they just end it like 2-3 minutes? Why did they go on for like 9 minutes out there? Because it's like nobody really knows who Garrison is that much. Like they know Brian Pillman Jr., and I'm just hearing about Danny Limelight. I think he was on New Japan or something, but they should have just been dominating and killed these guys at least like 2-3 minutes, not put on a 9 minute match with a commercial and whatnot. Because I'm like, who are these guys that beating up? I thought it was gonna be over real fast, but they stretched this out for some reason. So I don't think that needs to go that long. Gallows and Anderson hit the Magic Killer for the win. Next, John Moxley came out, then basically looked there and he looked at Omega going for him. But the numbers game got to him again. Pentagon and Phoenix came out, which I thought that was kind of odd at first, but then again, Kenny and did have them attack last week, so there you go. But they still go after the tag titles, which the locker room started coming out. The Young Bucks came out. Pentagon and Phoenix super kicked them in. Then next thing you know, everybody's just brawling and going all over the place. I can't even tell where it was going at this point. Okay. Number one, I think this would have been a time, especially they barely even mentioned Hard to Kill. I said this in my Impact review that, yes, we see all these AEW paid advertisements on Impact, but can Impact do something back, put their own advertisement on there, or someone promote their show for this Saturday, which a lot of these people are on between Gallows Anderson and Kenny Omega, which I think Justin Roberts announced at one time. But I actually expected the Machine Guns and Rich Swann to actually come out and interfere. It's like, okay, we had Omega on our show, so let's get on their show and let's do some stuff, all right? Let's get something going here, because I still believe Impact's on kind of getting a short end of the stick out of this. And like I said, you could have just promoted Hard to Kill more and more, which would have helped a lot of viewership and whatnot, and people tune into it. So I just think it's crazy that they not even mentioned almost that there was a pay-per-view this Saturday. And like I said, Gallows Anderson, Omega versus Swan and Mercy Machine Gun. So I expected them to come out, but nah, no other Impact talent showed up. I was confused with the segment, which okay, who's coming out? Who now? Okay, the Bucks here, the Lucha Brothers are here. What's happening next? They're holding everybody back. So I don't know what to expect from that. But yeah, that's kind of what you go of right there. Okay, that's basically what's going on. But I would have expected some Impact talent to show up tonight. Rebel, we're talking about the waiting room with Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, her new talk show, and why nobody was here. And, we got something to see, which was nothing. And she talked about Cody, like, who's you going to face? Is it Shaq? Is it Sting? Is it Snoop? Just make one good choice, and like the one on your neck, good shot. She brought Cody in, which, it's a contractual obligation to have Pyro. And, she congratulated him on, the new baby and everything. But the action figure, which you'll probably be able for mine. And I had a guess for you, Jade Cargill, who looks like a giant over everybody, okay? And she'll get Brandy ever come back because, she's already a badass mom. And she's going to beat her ass when she sees Brandy, which another one of these very heavily scripted promos from Jade Cargill, which I feel like they have nothing for this woman to do right now. She's just kind of floating around ever since the whole Brandy pregnancy thing. What if this woman actually really done, okay? Then again, I'm surprised the segment went as it was. Next, Red Velvet did come out there, and then her and Jade brawl for a second then, but, Baker ended up playing a video of her attacking Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa showed up on screen, challenged her to a match at Beach Break, and then, she's going to kick her ass, basically, when Beach Break comes. All right? That's what's going to happen from there. Beach Break. But, honestly, this segment was all over the place. I almost couldn't really follow what was going on. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know where was this going. Cody didn't really get anything accomplished or whatever he was gonna say on here. Jade Cargill, which I said I believe they have nothing for her to do right now, so they're just kind of floating around back and forth, just back and forth. Nothing. I don't know enough about Red Velvet, so I don't know, man. That whole segment was just crazy and just too much stuff going on, and I don't know what that was. It was some odd segment. Okay, that's all I can say from that. It was just too much going on. Way too much going on. So, will Jade Gargle ever wrestle a match? I got no idea. I honestly don't. But I don't know if I never really need to see a segment like that because her promo game was very bad. Just trying to remember the promo. Next, FTR went against the Jurassic Express. Now, I thought this was Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, not Marco Stunt. And, I've heard what FTR said online. I know they were doing this, I think they were doing it for Cornette, which, they'd be doing a world of favor if they got rid of Marco Stunt. But, honestly, this match is another one of these things that shouldn't have went too long. I don't know why FTR is selling to Marco Stunt. And I said, why are they selling this much to him? It makes no sense. Why they even almost have like a 12-minute match on there. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, but I don't need to see this on my TV. Okay? I like FTR. I like Jungle Boy. Stunt? Nah. Like I said, it would have done him a world of favor if they just beat the crap out of him, alright? But, yeah, I'm just not buying anybody selling the Marco Stunt like that, especially FTR. Just dumb. Really freaking dumb. Okay? It's some bullshit, to be honest. So, yeah, other than that, bullshit match. But hey, FTR got the win with the big rig they're calling it right now. Thanks to Tully Blanchard push Stunt into the ring post, and then like I said, the big rig for the win. So yeah, you could have done Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy and whatnot, but nah, this was even dumber. But hey, Radcom's accepted, I should say. But yeah, this is really done whatever they got FTR doing, because that's some dumb shit. Next, of course, always in the 8:30 Death time slot. It's the women's match, which of course you are gonna get some type of a title match. You will get them to promote AEW heels, and you will get the paid advertisement commercial thing. Okay. Yeah, so once again, death spot for the women. Serena D versus Taynara Conti for the NWA Women's Championship. Not bad of a match, though, I will say that. It was way better than that freaking AEW Women's title match, that Abaddon shit going on. That was horrible. This was actually pretty good. Taynara Conti is still pretty green, I will say that, and I know Deeb is a seasoned vet and everything, so this wasn't bad. Deeb ended up still getting the win, retaining the NWA Women's Championship, so yeah, Deeb is still champion, but a pretty good match, I will say that. It's one actually good ones, I should say. But yeah, like I said, yeah, women still in the death spot, 8:30. Will they ever get out of it? I don't know. But in the main event, though, Darby Allin, Brian Cage, TNT title, Cage beating the living hell out of Darby out there, throwing him around the place, hit him with several clotheslines, picking him up military press style and tossing him into the timekeeper's area, which I almost thought would have been over at that point. Cage bringing him back in, throwing him in there. He's bleeding then. This guy's just hitting just big freaking power moves, back and forth onto him. Even Darby going, into a triple power bomb, but Darby able to get out of it, flipping his middle finger at him. Then Cage got him again for a power bomb onto the stage, which he did hit, and got him back in the ring with another suplex. Darby kicked out of one. Cage even getting some steel steps onto the floor. He was about to do something to Darby, but Darby got out of it, knocking Cage onto the steel steps. He had a big coffin drop on him then, which both men were down after that. They were able to get to the back in the ring by 9. Darby Allin up using like his own belt, tying up Brian Cage's legs to get him to the ground, hitting him with a double stomp and whatnot. But as Darby was going to go for another, he's about to go for something else, but Cage stopped him on the top turnbuckle. Ricky Starks tried to get involved, hook, distract the referee. Of course, the lights get out, and who shows up? It's Sting! It's Sting! Sting shows up. He hits Ricky Starks with the baseball bat. He actually hit somebody this time. Cage kind of got distracted. Darby hit the crucifix powerbomb and, beat Cage and retain the title. Some wonder why Sting is still helping Darby Allin. I don't even know. Will it be a match? Most likely. I can see it happening. They've already said Sting's going to wrestle. But I have no idea what Sting will do, okay? But, of course, again, he missed a save on Darby, and since the rest of the Mob Squad out there hanging, all right? If I even said that right. But, whoever's trying to get through this, I don't know. But, yeah, that's what I kind of expect what's going on right here, all right? But, yeah. Darby retains. Sting. It's freaking Sting. Snow? I don't know. Overall, not a bad show for New Year's Smash Night 2. I enjoyed the main event. Good stuff. What else? NWA Women's Title match was not bad. Let's see. Who else showed up tonight? I think Kingston warned about this, but yeah, I think it's mostly everything I think I've gone over, if you ask me. I think I've gone over everything on this show that needs to be good or bad. Like I said, I also like the beginning with Kingston and Pac. Don't really care about the Miro Chuck Taylor thing. Omega and all them, very predictable, which I still think they're going to get there by some type of cab or something with Impact, so we'll see what happens from that. What else? I already said the ending. What else I didn't like? Yeah, that whole Jurassic Express and FTR was not good at all. So, yeah, it's very much what I have to say about Raw tonight, okay? That's much all I can really take from this show and whatever, right? But, yeah, that's all I really got to explain for you for Monday Night Raw tonight and this show, okay? Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Getting tired here. Done.